Okay, this is Orlando Wilson, and I want to talk to you about an aspect of the close protection industry a lot of people don't talk about for some reason, and that's toilets. Now, I've been in the close protection business, investigation business now for over 30 years, so I understand things, understand how things work, and I understand the problems that can occur, because the chances are I've had to deal with those problems. Now, using bathrooms is something that's very, very important. When a client goes to the toilet, and you should have been told this before, somebody has to go with them. It might sound easy. If you're dealing with influential clients and they're going to private events, functions, hotels, okay, you can always get a toilet locked off for them on a specific floor out the way that would be their toilet. If the client is out in public, going to shopping malls, going to restaurants, they're going to have to use the same toilet as everybody else. This can be problematic because if you're using toilets in restaurants or toilets in hotels, there's going to be other people in there. You can't go emptying the toilet, kicking everybody out for the client. Also, if you're dealing with a male client and you're male and he's sat in the toilet for 30 minutes playing on his phone, you're going to look very suspicious washing your hands for 20 or 30 minutes. People hanging around toilets tend to get security called on them, tend to get the police called on them for being pervs. So don't go doing it. This is where you have to be very discreet. If your client is a female, then males cannot go into female toilets. That's it. You have to take a position somewhere and watch. What I've generally done in the past is tell the female client, as long as they're not being watched, as long as they're not being followed, and counter surveillance is always in play on this. Go to the bathroom. If there's an issue, scream and shout and I'll come and deal with things. But the general rule is males cannot go into female toilets wherever you are. That's the law. And providing close protection services, you're not a cop, you got no special authority, you have to abide with the law. Funny story, I know somebody in South Florida who was a house manager for somebody, and they had a very high profile celebrity staying with them. This celebrity wanted to go to Aventura Mall. So they drove down from Boca Raton, went to Aventura Mall. She went shopping. On the way back up to Boca from Aventura, this lady needed to use the bathroom. And this guy's a house manager. He never thought about this before. He never thought about security before. So he ended up taking this lady to a McDonald's somewhere off I-95 in South Florida. And I think it was somewhere around Oakland, which is a little bit of a shady area. And he said it occurred to him when this lady went into the bathrooms in this McDonald's that he didn't know what was going on. He had no control. And if there's a problem, he's in big problems. He's got big trouble from his boss. So again, that's a little story of where you need to work out along your routes what public toilets there are for the clients, make sure they're clean, they're safe, etc. Now, from an operational point of view, you need to control your bowels. If you're working with a client, the client comes first. The fact that you need to go to the bathroom means nothing to the client. You're not going to stop a whole job because you need to use the toilet, be it a close protection job or especially on a surveillance job. If you're on a surveillance job and you need to use the bathroom, if you're following somebody, you can lose the target. The client is not going to stop their itinerary because you need to use the toilet. So the basic rule is whenever you have downtime, go to the toilet. Force yourself to go to the toilet. That way your bowels are empty. Make sure you don't eat too much. Make sure you don't drink too much. The night before, make sure you don't eat too much. Any foods that's going to give you stomach problems and make you use the bathrooms a lot. One story I know of, a friend of mine, an associate of mine, had, at the time was living in a volatile Latin American country, and they had to move some executives, foreign executives, to the airport. 3-car move. The driver in the front car, as they're driving to the airport, gets on the radio, I need to use the toilet, I need to pee now. My guy was like, no, get to the airport. Well, this driver pulled over next to the side of the road, next to a questionable area, and got out and took a pee right next to the side of the road with the other 3 cars behind him. Personally, I'd have left him there. I'd have got the PG in the front car to jump in the driver's seat and go and leave this guy to his own means, but not everybody's as sensitive as I am. So that's an example where not only did that driver embarrass my associate and embarrass the other guys in the team, but he also could have caused major issues because he stopped to go for a pee in a high crime area. Something simple like that can cause big problems. So the general rule is, if you're providing services, be it surveillance or close protection, watch what you eat, watch what you drink, and again, whenever you get the opportunity to use the bathroom, force yourself to use the bathroom. So that's a little simple topic there that I could talk about a lot more, but everybody's telling me my videos are too long, but such is life. If you've got any questions about close protection, reach out to me. I'm happy to answer relevant questions. Also, I've got 3 books specifically about close protection on Amazon. So pick them up, read them. I'm sure they will answer a lot of your questions. So take care, be safe, and remember to always use the bathroom when you're next to one. When you have the time, force yourself.